Hey guys, welcome back to Forward Drive is Life. Today, we're diving into a piece of gear that can make or break an overlanding trip, a 12-volt portable fridge. Not just any cooler, but a smarter device that keeps food fresh, drinks cold, and does it all without the need of any ice. In this video, we're going to look at the BougeRV Rocky series fridge. BougeRV is kind enough to send me this unit for testing. I'm going to show you the technical side of this fridge. I'm going to measure things such as power consumption, cooling speed, noise level, exterior and interior space volume, etc. Let's see how this fridge performs. Power consumption is an important factor for anyone running off a limited power source, like a car battery or portable power station. In this test, I'm going to measure the power it takes to run this fridge for about 24 hours. The process looks like this. At room temperature, fill the fridge with room temperature bottles of water. I have about 20 bottles of water, so that's what I used. Plug the fridge into a 120 to 12 volt inverter, which is then plugged into a power meter from the power station. With this, I can accurately measure the power consumption from the power station to the inverter. Let's say the inverter's efficiency is about 80%. So we'll calculate 80% of the effective output from the power meter. Then, set the fridge to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Start the timer and see how much power it uses through a 24-hour period. This will be done for max mode only to save time and demonstrate the worst case scenario. Additionally, the noise level will be measured in decibels. I will also place a Wi-Fi thermometer inside of the fridge, and a temperature over time curve will be drawn. From this curve, we can see the cooling speed and the temperature fluctuation inside of the fridge easily. For a lot of us, the capacity and the overall exterior size of the fridge is equally important factor to consider when it comes to picking a portable fridge. For this reason, I created an index. Let's call it the OI volume index. This is to measure the inside volume and the outside volume of the fridge. Then use the outer volume exterior size divided by the inner volume to get a ratio. This ratio is to represent how well the fridge utilizes its size, or how well the fridge maximizes the actual capacity inside. The smaller this number is, or the closer the ratio is to 1, the better of a job the fridge is doing. And it will never be less than 1 since the outer size is always supposed to be bigger than the inner volume. I'm going to measure the same index for every fridge I test so that you will have a good idea of how they stack up against each other. Alright, so I'm showing you the approximate numbers for the Rock Series 41 quart. I had my thermometer measured every minute, however I only took 3 points, right, at point 0. Started at 3:35 p.m. day 0 at 62.6.06 Fahrenheit, and approximately 26 hour later we're at 35.42 Fahrenheit, and then another 24 hours later we're at 35.42. so they're identical. It's definitely maintaining the temperature from here to here with some degree of fluctuation. Each line here is 1 Fahrenheit, so not much. As you can see, the first 24 hours, it definitely went down as a curve here, and like 2 curves right here, and it's approaching 35. I had it set at 30 degrees Fahrenheit, although within the 2 days timeline, it did not reach 30. However, it got really close, which is 35. Keep in mind, there's 20 bottles of water, right? And those started with room temperature. So room temperature was 62. So it took 24 hours to cool down 20 bottles of water, which is a lot, right? From room temperature all the way down to 35, which is not bad. And as I've mentioned earlier, if you're looking for comparison videos, I will be testing more fridges, so you will see the difference, if any, between this fridge and other fridges that I'm testing, including Set Power, Ice Co, or several Ice Cos that I've owned. So stay tuned for that. So all in all, it's not bad. And let me see, at 0, so this is times 0, right? Which is also at 0 kilowatt. End of 24 hours, we used 0.61 kilowatt, so 610 watt hours, right? And then at the end of 48 hours, we used 0.707 kilowatt, which is 707 watt hours. So the first 24 hours, it used 401 watt hours to reduce or to cool down the temperature of 20 water bottles or 20 bottled water from room temperature to 35 Fahrenheit. And from 24 to 48 hours, it used addition almost 100 watt hours, right? Doing the math here, seems like it's 97 watt hours. Sorry, I kind of moved my paper downwards. Now you can see from 24 to 48 hours, you set at 97 watt hours. The first 24 hours is using 610. All right, so for the I/O index, I measure the outside of the fridge, which is a rectangle cube. I'm just gonna briefly draw it and then show it to you what it looks like. All right, so the height is 15.75 inch, and the length is 27.5 inch, and the width is 17 inch. So do the math of the cubic inch calculation. That is 7363.125 cubic inch. That's the number. That's the outside volume, right? And for the inside, I'm just gonna use the green one so that it's easier to tell inside. Have this shape. It's weird because there's a compressor and a battery, removable battery charger there, so it's a little, takes up a little space. Right? So we have 22 inch all the way across length, and then we have 12.75 here measured, and the total height, the inside volume or inside height, is 11.25 inches, and the bottom height of bottom part is 7, and then the bottom length is 13.5. So I can do it either way. I can use the whole volume minus this part to get that number, or I can just divide it here from here and add this part and that top part. I'm gonna do the first option. The first option, the total volume of the inside cube is 12.75 times 22 times 11.25, which is 3155.625. So that's the number I need to subtract from. And let's calculate this part, right? So this cutout, let's say that's 12.75 right here, and I have this one 7, and I need this length, which is 22 minus 13.5, which is 8.5. 758.625. So that minus that equals 2397 cubic inch. So that number is outside volume. This number is inside volume. So the OI equals 7363.125 minus 2397. We got 3.07. That's the first OI index of this fridge. That means the outside volume is 3 times as much as the actual usable volume. That's what it means. If you're sleeping near the fridge, noise can be an important factor to consider. Let's test its noise level with a sound meter to see how loud it gets. I'm testing this under the max mode for the worst case scenario. So in max mode at startup, we're getting about 45 to 46 decibels. Now let's talk about the standout features of this fridge. First, the Wi-Fi integration. This fridge connects to an app giving you full control over temperature settings and alerts right from your app. It's a lifesaver when you're relaxing at camp and don't want to check out the fridge manually. Or if you're driving and the fridge is in the back and you want to see if the fridge is plugged in or not. Second, it's equipped with the standalone battery option. This means you can disconnect it from your vehicle's power and still keep your food chilled for hours, making it versatile for picnics or quick stops. This battery has around 173 watt-hours capacity, which means it can run 6.8 hours in the worst case I've tested here. However, your mileage may vary depending on the environmental temperature. Third, it has a bidirectional lid, which means you can change the opening direction of the lid on top of the fridge. However, it only allows you to open on to one side at a time without taking it off and switching it to another direction. This makes it adaptable to whatever style you prefer. And lastly, it boasts a rugged build quality, from reinforced corners to heavy-duty latches and seal. This fridge is designed to take a beating and keep running, perfect for the tough conditions for off-roading. So to summarize, this BougeRV Rocky series fridge is reliable, efficient, and very easy to use with their integrated Wi-Fi capability. If you're looking to go off-road without sacrificing cold drinks and fresh food, this fridge has a lot going for it. The only con I could think of is that the OI index is a little over 3, which in reality means that it's a little bit on the bulkier side. However, that's probably a trade-off for being very rugged. Let me know what you think of this fridge. If you would like to purchase one, please use the link and my discount code below, together with their Black Friday deal going on right now, which is the BF40 discount code. After you use the BF40, 40% off, first of all, and then you can use my code 4-Wheel Drive is Life in one word to get that additional saving, and it's almost half off. I would say if you have been looking at this fridge and on the fence about buying it, now is the time, because 50% off is a lot of saving. Or you can check out the price on Amazon in the description below to make sure you get the best deal. Alright, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Overland gear reviews. Thank you, have a good one.